Hello and welcome to my channel, On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today let's find out what's on the hook. First of all, I want to ask you if you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I always have a wonderful weekend. I try to make it the best it can be, and I hope you do the same. I hope your family is well, that you're safe and well, and everybody's having a great pre-Christmas preparation time. It is time to get ready for Christmas, and I don't mean lots of giving and all that. I just mean to have family over, enjoy your time with them, communicate with your family, even if it's on a Zoom call, which I don't love, but that is sometimes all we can do if our family lives a long way away and can't make it home. So I hope you are planning for Christmas, having a wonderful time getting ready. I appreciate you, every one of you who watch my videos and who subscribe to my channel. I love you all. I think y'all are the best viewers and subscribers in the entire universe of YouTube, and I appreciate each of you. Now, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that. That way you'll know when I release a video. I'll be releasing another video this week because I just had too much to talk about today. And I don't want to run this into 45 minutes. I think that makes it difficult for some of my viewers to finish a video. So I'm going to try to keep it to 30 minutes. I don't know if I can do that today, but I'm going to talk very quickly and try to get through this video. I have a lot to talk about. And also, like this video, just go ahead and do it now. And that way YouTube will know that you are watching my show and that they can send it to other people. Also, you can share it. Just share it on your Facebook page or whatever. To anyone who likes to crochet, they might enjoy watching someone talk about crochet and wearables mostly. But today we're going to talk a little bit about Christmas gifts. So stay tuned and let's get started. As I always do, I talk about what I'm wearing because this crochet channel is about wearables. So I am wearing the essential sweater from last year. Love it, love it. I still wear it all the time in the wintertime because it's very, very comfortable. This is what it looks like on my Etsy shop. It's called the Essential Sweater. Very easy to make. I designed this for a beginner crocheter. It is not difficult at all to make. Now, I made this out of a mohair and wool yarn from Ice Yarns, and it's called Winter Sale, S-A-L-E. I doubt they have it anymore, but it's a white yarn with mohair wrapped around it, as you can see right there. So it's mohair wrapped around white yarn. It's a beautiful look. I really like it. And I'm going to stand up and let you see how this looks on me and how much ease I actually crocheted into this sweater. I'm wearing this sweater with some black jeans. They're called jeggings, but they're actually jeans. I buy them larger than I should because I don't want them to be too tight. But they're very comfortable, and today it's not very, very cold, so I'm not wearing socks or anything. I'm just wearing some black suede booties with this. I actually crocheted 8 inches of ease into this sweater, and when you grab it on the side you can kind of figure how much ease you've put in a sweater in case you haven't worn it in a while. This is 2 inches on the front, 2 on the back, 2 on the front and back. That makes 8 inches of ease. Now it's a very boxy sweater. This has plenty of play in the sweater. It makes it very, very comfortable to wear, and you can wear a turtleneck sweater under it, or you can wear just a turtleneck t-shirt, which is what I'm doing here. It's like I said, it's not very cold outside, so I'm not dressing this real warm. I'm making this so that it's comfortable to wear on a cool day. So I just wanted to show this to you and show you how it fits. This length is right at the bottom of the hip. You can make the sweater as wide or as long as you want. There are no row counts and no stitch counts. The sleeves on this sweater are crocheted onto the sweater when the sweater is flat. So you sew the shoulder seams and then you lay it out onto a table or wherever and you mark it where you want to. Try it on, make sure that your sleeves are the right width right here where you want them to be, and then you can proceed from there. So the crocheting is done back and forth in rows going down the sleeve, and I tell you how to decrease the sleeve to make it fit your arm. You don't want a big old sleeve on this particular sweater. Some sweaters you do, but this one I made for the arms to kind of fit down here at the bottom to offset the boxy look of the sweater itself. I don't think that it's a good look to have a very boxy sweater and very large sleeves. I just don't think that's a good look. You have to fit the body in some way, some form, or it just looks like a big sack. So be sure that when you're designing your own sweater, if you make the sleeves really, really big, then it shouldn't be too boxy around the hips. The design elements that I put in sweaters are usually trying to be balanced. I usually try to balance those design elements so that one offsets the other. So in this case, the boxy sweater offsets the tighter sleeve fit. Again, this is the essential sweater, and the pattern's on my Etsy shop. Very easy for a beginner. You can do this with no problem. Now, Crystal wanted to model this sweater. This is my Cozy Posy Pullover, and a very popular pattern last year. It was quite lovely, and I wanted to reintroduce it because a lot of you haven't been watching my show for very long, so you haven't seen a lot of these sweaters, and I wanted to bring them out and show them to you and show you how they look on either a body form like Crystal or on an actual body like mine. Now, she is my size, so this is how it looks on me as well. And I made this with Etrafil, cashmere, and nylon. And this is cashmere 90%, nylon 10% from Hobium. And I bought this from Hobium. I don't even think Hobium exists anymore. I haven't looked it up. But yarn companies come and go. But this is a DK weight, very beautiful, very, very soft. But I wanted to show you that because this is what it looks like made up. That's what it looks like made up. It's very beautiful. It's kind of a light gray with some burgundy accents in it, some rose accents. It's really beautiful. I really, really like it. Now, on this particular sweater, the sleeves are crocheted right into the body. See, there it is. They're crocheted all the way down to the wrist. And if you'll notice, this does not have a huge bell at the bottom, because I started it a little bit smaller up here. So the sleeve itself is only this wide from the shoulder to the underarm. See, that's not a very wide sleeve. So when you crochet it down, it stays the same size all the way down to the wrist. So when you crochet it into the fabric, the tighter the sleeve hole opening is from here to here, that's how large your sweater will be down at the wrist. So again, this was a very easy crochet project. It's not hard at all. It's not fitted, but I didn't put very much ease in here. I think I have 4 inches of ease in this particular sweater. As you can see, it's not a boxy sweater. It has some give in it at the bottom, but it's not a boxy sweater like this essential sweater is. Again, this is the Cozy Posy. It has a higher neck on it. The neckline is more of a V shape. There's not a lot of edging on this. I put a little bit of an edging around here, probably just a single crochet around the bottom. Nothing very difficult to do, as long as you get the yarn you want. Now this is, like I said, it's a DK weight. So any DK weight yarn that has plenty of drape in it would look really nice with this, and you can also upsize your crochet hook and get more drape, and then you might have to wear a tank top under it, but it would give you a lot more drape. So I wanted to show this to you. Crystal wanted to model it. So here she is, and this is the Cozy Posy sweater from last year. Now let's talk about Christmas gifts. I talked about this last week a little bit, and I wanted to show you the progress that I've made on my Christmas gifts. Now, I showed you this last week. This is the basket. I have the pattern out on the Etsy shop under gift ideas, and this is the basket that I made with I think it was Red Heart mulberry yarn, and also 2 skeins of Caron Simply Soft in the tweed, and let's see what color this is, off-white in the tweed type of yarn from Caron Simply Soft. Tweeds is the name of the type of yarn. And I made this for one of my friends who likes purple, and I thought, you know, that's cute and all. I sewed one of these faux leather tags on here on the top underneath the tightening yarn there. I didn't want to put it over that, so I went underneath that and I sewed this on the edge. Now, the way these are printed, they're only right this way. You can't turn them upside down. So that is a sheep. It's very cute. It didn't really go all that well with a basket on the top, sewing it on the top edge, but I didn't see anywhere else to sew it on here. So that is this finished basket, and I showed this last week. Now since then I've made it again, and I made one less row around the bottom. You can adjust your pattern to leave out the last round on the bottom, and that's what I did with this basket, and it stands up really nicely. This is the same basket pattern, but it stands up better. See how it stands up? That's one less row on the bottom, and then the sides stay straight. And I like this much better. I like this much better. However, if you want a bigger basket, you can always add an extra round or two on the bottom. You can do that. It depends on what you're going to put in the basket. So this one stands up nicely all by itself. I really like that one. So I will sew the tag on the top and give that to a friend of mine for Christmas. And I made that with I made it with 3 strands held together. And this is Caron Simply Soft Tweeds again in the off-white, because I have a ton of that and I'm using it up. I'm glad I have it. And this is flex yarn. This is from Loops and Threads from Michaels. This is flex yarn, and the colorway is ivory. Flex yarn and ivory. I don't think they carry this anymore, or maybe they just come out with it in the spring or summer. I don't know, but I really like this. I made a sweater from it. I can't think of the name of it right now, but I made a sweater from the gray color, and I had some of this beige, and because it went so well with this, it's a really nice combination. That's what I made this basket from. So 3 strands of worsted weight number 4, 3 strands of that together, and the basket goes very quickly. And I have since started another basket. I haven't finished the top of it yet, so I will finish the top of it, and when I do, it'll be all finished. So that's the second basket that I'm doing with this particular yarn. The third basket that I'm making is a black and white basket for a friend of mine who uses black and white in her decor. Mostly gingham, but I didn't know how to do that with yarn, so I just did it with black and white. This is a strand of Caron Simply Soft Tweed in the off-white. It is a strand of the Comfy Cotton in the whipped cream color, Comfy Cotton in the whipped cream, and then a strand of Red Heart Super Saver in black. That's all that is right there. So it's these 3 colors together in the Comfy Cotton, the Caron, and the Red Heart all together, and that's what this looks like when you crochet it up. I love the look of it. It's very interesting. The black is not overpowering. It just comes in and looks just like black and white together, about the same amount, but it's really more white, but the black shows up so well that it kind of offsets the 2 white strands. So that's what that one looks like. And you could do this obviously with any color of Red Heart. I mean, any color. And Red Heart is good for making baskets. It's kind of stiff. It's not as good for wearables. I don't like it too much for wearables, but I do like it for crafts and things like this. So that's the third basket that I'm making. Again, that basket pattern is out on Etsy. Now, here are the Crinkles washable tabs. I ordered some more of these. I really like these. These are not leather. These are vegan. And I showed you one that I put on this one. This is what they look like sewn on. They're really easy to sew on. You just go up inside your basket and then come out. You don't go from hole to hole. I don't think that looks good. So you just go down into the hole and under here and up under this hole, and just right next to the label is where I went back down. So I didn't go from hole to hole. I don't think that's a good look. But anyway, I made that with the little label. I really like these labels. Now, truthfully, they're $6, so they're about $1 a piece. I believe these were $1 a piece, which isn't too much. If you want to make your craft really beautiful and have a nice tag on it, that's a nice thing to do. But the shipping was as much as the tags, and I hate that, but that's how it works nowadays. Shipping is very, very expensive. But I thought these were worth it. I wanted to go ahead and get some for my gifts that I'm making this Christmas. So let's look at one other here. I love a kitchen towel that will stay on the oven door handle. I've talked about that before. I came across a dish towel pattern in one of the Crochet World magazines. Really liked it. So I looked at it and I thought, I need to make that my own way. So I have come up with a pattern, and I'm going to release this, and I'll talk about that in just a second. But this is the dish towel that I made, and it has a big hole in it right there. The front of it just comes through the hole, and the kitchen handle goes through here. And here's a picture of it. I took a picture of it on my oven door, and I'll show you that. It's hard to show it without the handle, but that's what it looks like in my kitchen. I haven't put it in there yet, but I plan to, because I really like this pattern. This is a very easy pattern to make, very, very simple. And what I did was I made the main dish towel out of, this is sugar and cream, Lily sugar and cream. You can get it anywhere, just about anywhere. And the color is called Overcast, and it's kind of a gray color. So I wanted a gray color because my kitchen is white, gray, and red. And so this is the contrasting color that I used for it. Is called Barn Board Twists. Barn Board Twists, and this is a red and a little bit of a beige, but not really much of that. It's mostly off-white and red. Really like the way it looked against this Overcast color, and there's what it looks like on the end, and this end of course will flip over the front as you see on the picture. So I really like it. I like the way it turned out. So I started a dishcloth, and I'm going to make it out of the same Overcast colorway, and then I will go around it or on the bottom of it or something on the edges. I don't know what I'm going to do yet with the trim. And then I'm going to send this pattern to my community members. It'll go out on Wednesday, so if you're not in the community, go down into the description box and click that link to join the community. It's free, and you also get a pattern when you sign up. Besides what I send out to the community, every now and then I send a pattern out. So this pattern will go out to the community on Wednesday. Now, I'm also making baubles, and y'all saw that last week. The Christmas balls that I plan to give away some for Christmas presents, but I'm also going to make, Mr. On the Hook asked me to make some for the tree for next year. So I have that in the back of my mind that I will be working on those just when I have a chance, maybe when I'm sitting at my desk, or so I might make maybe 12 or 15 baubles to hang on our tree, because we don't have a lot of ornaments on there. We've mostly gifted those to my daughter. She wanted to keep those, so there were a lot of handmade ornaments and children's pictures ornaments, things like that. So we let her have those, and now the tree doesn't have a lot of ornaments, just mostly lights and some beads and things like that on it. So for next year, I may make some baubles for us, but for this year, I'm going to make them for gifts. So let me show you what I've done so far. All right, here's a bag from Joe. This is the one that I use for all my current projects. I love these bags. These are handmade, custom-made project bags, and I'll put her link down in the description box if you want to start a conversation with her, but I'm not sure she's taking any more orders right now. But I love her bags. I have several of her bags, and this is one of my favorites. This is the Bumblebee bag, and it has little bees on it and beehives. So cute, and birdhouses. It's just cute as it can be. And I love the colors. I love red and white. Inside are some great pockets. These are clear pockets, so you can see exactly what you have in the pockets. There's some on the other side as well. It's regular pockets on the other side, but this is one of my favorites. So I wanted to show this to you. I have all of my bauble makings in here, and I bought some 24/7 yarn a long time ago. This is from Lion Brand. It's Lion Brand 24/7 cotton. There it is. It's a size 4 cotton, very high quality. I can tell you that the quality of this yarn is higher than the Lily yarn. I don't like it as much. It's okay, but this is a lot smoother and a lot more beautiful. It comes in prettier colors. And I just really like Lion Brand anyway. I like the quality of their yarns. This one is called Grass. That's the green that I'm using. And I have several colors in here. Look at that. See, I have all my colors in there, some on the bottom as well. And I wanted to show you the baubles that I'm making. So this is the first bauble that I made. This is using red and off-white, the grass color, some yellow, and there's more red right there. And inside are the glass ornaments. And on my last video, I put the link to Amazon where I found these ornaments, but I actually found them in person at Hobby Lobby. And if you go there, you can get them and have them in your hand. You can also make these baubles onto any round ornament. It doesn't have to be a plain glass ornament. You can cover up a red ornament or a green ornament, whatever you want to do. You probably have some hanging on your tree as we speak. Anyway, this is the bauble that I make. It's so cute. I love these. They're not hard to make, and they're made in 2 halves, and then they're sewn right through here to fit the ornament. What I need to do is get some red satin ribbon and make a tie for that so you can hang those on the tree, and I will do that for my gifts. Now here's another one. This is a little bit different. I made this with the red center as well, but then I changed up the colors. So the colors on here are a little bit different. This is red, white, green, yellow, red, and this one is red, gold, white, green, and red. So I changed up the colors just a little bit to make them a little bit different, but I'm using the red around the edge because I just think that's beautiful. Any colors you use other than that will allow the red to bring it together. I really like the way these turned out. I love these baubles. Now here is part of another one that I'm making. I think this is similar to the one I made. This is just part of a semicircle that you make. I think there's another row or 2 that I need to put on there. And then here's one in blue. I've just started this one. I've made half of the ornament, and that's what it looks like. It's just blue and white. I started with blue, and then I did a row of white, and then blue. And I'll make 2 of these, and then I'll sew them with blue thread right around here over the ornament, and I'll have a blue ornament. And I may give this one away, and I may not. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one. But I made that one last night while I was watching Star Wars: The Last Skywalker. I was quite distracted, and it took me the entire movie to make that, which, you know, it should really take you about 20 minutes total to make one of these halves, but I was very distracted. But the color blue that I'm using is this, and I don't have the band for it. I guess it's over there in my stash, but those are the 2 colors. Aren't they beautiful? I love the 24/7 yarn. I think it's just really a nice investment. It's not as inexpensive as the Lily sugar and cream. It's not as inexpensive as that, but it is a very nice quality yarn. I really like it. Both of these are size 4, by the way, if you didn't know that. They're size 4. Now, I've written the pattern for the bauble, and I'm going to give that away on Wednesday to the community members. So be sure you sign up to be in the community, and you will get that pattern. I'm also going to send out the dishcloth and the towel pattern as well. It's very easy. A beginner can make it with no problem at all. And you can also make this out of 24/7. That would be gorgeous in whatever color you want to make it from. You don't have to use a contrasting edge. You could make this out of a solid or just make it all one color dish towel. It doesn't matter. Either way, you can do it however you want. Or put one little tiny edge on here, however you want to do it. So I just wanted to tell you I'm sending those 2 patterns out on Wednesday as a little Christmas gift from me so that you can make some Christmas gifts if you want to, or things for your own home, your beautiful kitchen or your beautiful tree. So I wanted to tell you I was sending those out on Wednesday. I don't know what time just yet. If you're a member of the community, you will receive an email in your inbox, so be looking for that, and then you can click right onto it. The PDFs will be at a link, and you can print those off and have those for your pattern file. I plan to release another video on Wednesday, and I have lots of things I want to show you in that video. So be tuned in. Be sure you subscribe to this channel and press the little bell that's moving so that you'll know when the video comes out. It'll come up in your feed, and you can just click on it and watch it. There are going to be lots of things in there that I want to show you all. So be sure to be looking for that. I think it'll come out on Wednesday or Thursday. So be looking for that new video coming out. Now, right now, let's start the giveaway portion of the program. If you were watching last Monday, you saw 2 gifts that I'm giving away for this week, and let me show those to you. The first gift is a little sweater, size 2 from Baby Gap. I had a lot of people that want to win this, so I'm excited for you. I hope you do. If you really wanted to win it, I hope it comes to you. I hope your name is selected. This is what it looks like. It's a little size 2 toddler winter sweater, and the fabric is made from, somebody asked me that, it's made from 80% cotton and 20% polyester. So it's a washable little sweater. It has a shawl collar on it. Very cute. Never been worn. Tags are still on it. And I want to give this away to someone who knows or has a 2-year-old or thereabouts that can wear this sweater. The company sent me an extra one, and I just said, I'll give that away. So that's what I'm doing this year. Now, if you wanted this sweater, I asked you to put the word GAP in your comment, G-A-P. And those who have the word GAP in their comment will be in the running for winning this sweater. So good luck to everybody. Now, the second gift is Ice Yarns, and Ice Yarns mohair, which is 30% mohair, 20% wool, and 50% acrylic. So this is washable. It shows washable on the tag. So this is the Ice Yarns mohair in the colorway black. Just beautiful black mohair. You can add this to a yarn. Now, I was going to say you could make the essential sweater out of white yarn, use white DK, and add this mohair to it, and you have about a worsted weight to work with. So it's always a good idea if you're ordering from Ice Yarns, and a lot of you do, but you have to order a lot of yarn to make the shipping costs offset. So if you're ever ordering from Ice Yarns, always throw in a few balls of mohair. It's not extremely expensive, and it goes into your box, and it doesn't add any weight to your box. I don't know if that matters or not, but as long as you're paying for shipping, you might as well get some things that you can use later. You can use this with any kind of yarn, but mostly for winter things. I mean, it'd be beautiful in a shawl or in a sweater, something like that, or in a hat. So there are lots of yards on here too, and I think I told you they're 350 meters. So I don't know how many yards that is, but it's around the same number. So it's pretty full. I've used this before to add to a project, and it's really, really fun to have a mohair to add to your wool. So the second winner will receive the Ice Yarns and mohair, and I asked you to write the word mohair in your comment. So first of all, we're going to turn the camera to the computer, and we're going to find out who wins the sweater, and that keyword was GAP. So let's start with that. Here we are at the computer. There's the URL from last Monday and the word GAP. So let's find out how many comments we had with that word in the comments. So that was 107. All right, so we had 107 people looking for this little sweater. So let's find out who wins the little GAP sweater. Here we go. Deborah Walker. Deborah Walker, you have won the little GAP sweater, and there's the word in her comment right there. So Deborah Walker, you have won the little GAP sweater. I hope whoever wears it enjoys it and stays warm. All right, let's find out who wins the mohair. So let's go up here, and we're going to write the word mohair in the block here so we can choose the right person. Okay, so there's the word mohair. So let's find out how many people had the word mohair in their comment. And that would be 173. All right, so 173 people wanted that mohair. So let's find out who wins the Ice Yarn mohair this week. And that would be Teresa K. Teresa K, you are the winner of the mohair. So there's her word right there, the second word. Mohair yarn looks very soft, and it is very soft. So Teresa K, you have won the mohair, and congratulations. As what happens to many of us YouTubers, we record 10, 15, 20 minutes and look up and see that we're not recording. So that whole last 20 minutes that I talked to you, you weren't listening because I wasn't recording, so I have to do that again. And I think what I did was talk about a couple of prizes that have not been claimed. And one is from the Crochet World a couple weeks ago, I believe it was, that December of 2021, Crochet World was won by Angie Koukouaranis. Was won by Angie Koukouaranis. Not sure how to pronounce that. I tried to and it didn't sound right. So Angie, you won this. So send me your mailing address and I will send this out to you. Send it to my email address. You'll see that down in the description box. So all the way down at the bottom, you'll see that. So send me an email and I will send this out to you. Please don't forget. And if you've already sent me one, I apologize. I look at all my email, but every now and then I'll miss one. Also, no one claimed this Crescent Moon ice yarn. There were 8 balls of the ice yarn. I think it was last week that I announced the winner of this, and the Crescent Moon pattern. That's what I had started, and part of the shawl is already started, about this much, about that much. I'm going to send that along. But whoever won this, which was Carol Orlanes, Orellanes, Orlanes, I believe that is how you pronounce that. Carol, you won this, so be sure to send me your mailing address to my email address, and I will get that out to you right away. Sometimes that happens, and we eventually get the winner to send the mailing address in, so we'll do that. Now, I wanted to get that out of the way because I want to talk about the Crochet Surprise I'm giving away. And this is a really nice pattern card. It comes in every monthly subscription. You get a pattern card with a photo of the project and the directions to make it, all the yarn that you need to make it, or anything else that you need for it. Now, this one is the Santa gift bag. Could that be any cuter? Let me get that to stand still for you. It's the Santa gift bag. It has little legs on it. And you stuff the feet. Not sure about the legs. I don't think you stuff the legs. But it gives you all the yarn that you need for this particular project. And it's 12 by 12 by 8. So it's a pretty good size bag. And then the legs stick out at the bottom from that. So it's 12 by 12 by 8 inches deep. So you can get some presents down in there. So it's a Santa gift bag. Wouldn't that look cute under the tree for your little ones or anybody? Isn't that cute? I just love that. That is so cute. You can make a red one and a green one if you have 2 children that you need to take care of. Or if you have more, you can make more. But this is the Crochet Surprise for this month. I really love it. That is a cute idea. I love that idea. This came in a regular box because it was too much to put in one of their Crochet Surprise boxes. So they're sending along all the yarn that you need. There's some stuffing for the feet right there. And then the colors for the yarn, which are Red Heart, Super Saver, and this is the color Hot Red. That's Hot Red, and it just about burned up my camera there. Hot Red and black, of course, that go with that. So let me get that back here. There, you can see it there. Hot Red and black. And those, there are 2 red, hot reds and 1 black skein in here, plus the other yarn that you'll need to do the belt and the stuffing as well. Also in this box is a bag of Jasmine Pearl Pumpkin Spice chai, I guess you call it, tea. It's a loose tea and very, very nice. I've used this Jasmine Pearl many times to make a cup of tea. I don't drink tea all that much, but I do love the loose tea, and I have a little basket that I use. The tea is very tasty, and they use these flavors in there that are really great. This is a black tea blend, and it's, again, pumpkin spice chai, or pumpkin, I don't know how you pronounce that, but that is another item that they always put in their monthly subscription box, is the tea. So love that. That is the Crochet Surprise box for next week, and we will pick the winner next Monday. And if you will, write the word surprise in your comment, SURPRISE, and you will be in the running for that particular Crochet Surprise for next week. Well, you know how much I love this crochet calendar. This is a beautiful calendar for 2021 that I have worked out of several projects, some motifs that I did earlier in the year. Really loved it. It was so much fun. Here's some of those that I have made. And I ran out of steam because I was trying to get some patterns out the door, and I got behind. But this is the bag that I want to make for next spring. I'm going to keep this calendar around because I love the quality of the calendar. In all the calendars I've seen, this one is so gorgeous. The photography in here is absolutely beautiful. And you get a pattern on each sheet. There's a pattern for whatever month you're looking at, and you can use that pattern to make the project that's on that month. Also included are gorgeous photos of the projects. Look at that. Just the most beautiful photos. Just really super nice. So I want to make this bag. This is it right here. It's called the Autumn Tote. But to me that looks like spring. So I maybe can get to that this spring. I'd like to make this for my last effort in the crochet calendar for 2021. So that's 2021. I know Pamela's Adoring Crochet has done, I believe, all of these projects. I just couldn't get to it. I couldn't finish it, but I did try. I gave it the old try, and I made some of the things in here. So that is going to be right here where I can see it. But what I did was I took the advice of one of my subscribers who said that Annie's had a crochet calendar. And I did go on the web and say, Crochet Calendar 2022. This is what came up. This is the Annie's Crochet Calendar for 2022. And it has some cute projects in it as well. Now I'm going to turn this around and show you the projects that are in this calendar. Now these, I put a little sticky note on here. These two were the easiest to do, and they have a sliding scale of how difficult these projects are. Most of them were just under intermediate, so they were advanced beginner is how I would look at it. And let me pull that off, and you can see the projects that are in here. There's some afghans, some trivets, some placemats. There's a really cute Christmas bag in here. I love it. I don't know if I'll be able to make it, but I do love that. The cup cozy and the heart bunting is what they call it in England. I don't know what they call it here, but it's just some hearts that you hang on a crocheted chain and hang it over your fireplace, at the top of a door opening, something like that. And those are cute. Those are the easiest things in here. Everything else is just under intermediate level. Now, most of their patterns are like that at Annie's. They're not easy, but they're really nice. I'm not saying they're not nice, but this is a picture of the really pretty bag. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm not sponsored by Annie's at all. I'm not trying to get you to buy this, but it is a nice calendar for 2022. Here's another project that I really like. These are pumpkin baskets, and they're made with red hearts, so they're not expensive at all. You can make those. That doesn't look very hard to make at all. So there's several things in here I'd like to make, or I'd like to show to you. I'm not sure if I'll make them or not, but there's some really pretty things in here. And I just wanted to show you that because I bought 2 of these because the shipping was really, really high. And if I bought 2, it kind of offset some of that shipping. So I bought 2, and so you know what I'm going to do with the other one, right? I'm going to give this away to one of my subscribers next week. This is the Crochet Calendar 2022 from Annie's. Really, really nicely done. The photography in here is really pretty too. The front isn't as pretty as this 2021 from Willow Creek Press. That is just gorgeous. Annie's is not as creative as that. It just has some projects on the front, but it is pretty. It's pretty enough, and you're not going to look at the front if you hang it on your wall, so you're going to look at each month. The first month is the January month. This is the project that's in it. It's a trivet, and it looks pretty easy to make. Now, when I first looked at these, I thought, where are the patterns in here? There are no patterns in the back. Well, the patterns are, the last half of the calendar are the patterns. So there's the January pattern right there. Try not to get that up there where you can read it, but that's the the trivet that I just showed you. Every project has the instructions in the back. So all the instructions are in the back of the calendar, and the calendar is in the front of the calendar. So there's an example of, that is April. Look at that pretty afghan. I really like that. It has some crazy stitches in it, but you can certainly try it. I like this calendar very much. I'm glad that my subscriber suggested that I order it, but it's the only 2022 crochet calendar that I could find on the internet. The only one. And I've looked at Hobby Lobby and Joann's and all that, where they have the calendars for next year, and the crochet calendar, that's where I found them last year, but they don't have it this year. So this is the crochet calendar for 2022. So what you need to do to sign up for this, to win it in the giveaway next Monday, is to write the word calendar. And here's the word calendar right there. You have to spell it right. C-A-L-E-N-D-A-R. Be sure to not put an E there. D-A-R at the end. Calendar will get you in the running for this crochet calendar that I'm giving away next week. I want to give it away so that you have plenty of time to get it up on the wall before the end of the year, which is just in a couple of weeks. So anyway, I'm giving this away next week, so be sure to sign up for it with the word calendar. I'm not sure if I told you this, but to sign up for the Crochet Surprise, use the word surprise, S-U-R-P-R-I-S-E. S-U-R-P-R-I-S-E. Be sure to spell it correctly. That's a tough one. Surprise. And the word calendar. Surprise and calendar. So be sure to sign up for those in the comment section, and you'll be in the running for one of those two gifts next Monday. All right, to recap, be sure to sign up for the community so you can get the free patterns that I'm sending out on Wednesday to the community, On the Hook community, and that would be the dishcloth and the dish towel pattern and the bauble pattern. Remember this one? I'm going to send that pattern out on Wednesday, so be sure you're signed up for the community, and if you're in the community, you will receive an email in your inbox. Be sure to click that open, and the PDFs, the links will be there for those two patterns. Be sure that you sign up for the community if you haven't done so, and be looking for that email on Wednesday. So I'm excited to send that out as a little Christmas gift to my community, so thank you for signing up for that. And if you sign up, you will also receive a free pattern. Besides the two that I'm sending out Wednesday, you get a pattern for the Hug Me Cow, which is a great gift pattern as well. So I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful week. Tune in on Wednesday, and I'll be back. I have some works in progress. I want to show you my diamond painting. I've got several things. I've got a haul of some beautiful yarn I want to show you, and I didn't want to rush through that today. Be sure to join me later this week when we find out what's on the hook.